Cynthia Jorgensen. Date of birth, December 1, 1993.
Who got here first, paramedics or fire?
Paramedics, but when we came in, 5 personnel were here too, plus the parents.
Something must have been a zoo.
Yeah, it's pandemonium.
So what, when they got here, she was already gone?
Already gone,
But they tried to revive her anyway.
That's right. I think it's hard to see a child and do nothing. The parents are crying, begging them to do something.
Any evidence it's anything but a natural?
Nothing. My partner took a quick look around. I was talking to the parents. The place is well kept up.
Yeah, she looks pretty well nourished, too. What do you think?
Yes, sir. You don't know what it is?
Don't know, no. No clue. Okay, let's talk to the parents.
They're pretty choked up. The mother's being looked at by the paramedics. She fainted dead away, hit her head on a door jamb.
Can you just tell them I want to talk to them now? Could you do that? This is not good.
I got a shots fired call at 6:08. I was up on Pender, and I got here probably 2 minutes later, tops. I came around the other side in case there's any evidence near the driver's door, but when the paramedics came in, they made kind of a mess out of things.
He was dead when they got here?
Yeah.
You see anybody on the road, on foot, or in a car on your way in?
No, nobody.
Who called it in?
There was some taxi driver up on the main road. He heard the shots.
Okay, give me his contact number. Maybe he saw something.
I actually already talked to him. He said that he had looked down this way and he saw this car just sitting here. Maybe saw another car moving along the road going east, but he wasn't sure if it was coming from down here or if it was just driving past.
You see how the passenger door's open there? She's leaned out, shot in the back.
Yeah. Maybe she was trying to get away.
A couple shots in the windshield there.
Well, maybe it happened like this. I mean, these two are parked down here, right? They're getting it on, or skirts up, or panties are off on the floor. I mean, you can see that. You know, that's what's going on.
Yeah, I can see him down there.
Yeah, go on.
Well, car pulls up, the driver rolls down his window, gunman gets out of his car, gun comes out. This driver grabs the guy and the gun, and one shot goes wild through the window.
Yeah, it could happen like that. It's possible.
Well, the angles are down, the shooting angles, and the gunshot in the driver looks like it came from close.
Yeah, had to be standing right here.
Yeah.
Did you call in the plates?
Car belongs to Curtis Thompson. I didn't check for wallets because I didn't want to mess with anything.
Oh, that's a good idea. We should call up, check, get to him and the forensics team down here. They can check it out before we start digging for ID.
Well, Curtis Thompson's a bouncer at one of these strip clubs up here on Main Street. He has that parking pass for the club in the window, so.
Number 5. Well, this could be him then. Gets off work, comes down here with a date, maybe?
I'm sure it's him. I woke the owner of the bar and asked for a description. It's his car, the same build.
Wow. Well, you're all over this, aren't you?
Glad you noticed. I'm trying to impress.
At what time was it now? You took your daughter to the hospital.
Yesterday about 4 in the afternoon.
Yesterday at 4. And she was having aches and pains. You said, how long has this been going on?
2 days. 2 days.
Oh, okay.
Then she got a really bad headache, and her fever just went right up.
Did you talk to your family doctor about that?
Well, his practice was closed, so we just went straight to emergency.
The doctor there said she had the flu. How do you die of the flu?
Do you happen to remember that doctor's name?
No.
That is somewhere.
You do? What were his instructions to you?
Said to take something for the headache and fever and call the family doctor in the morning.
All right, so you came home from the emergency room. Now, what exactly did you do?
Just gave her the medicine, like she said.
You have that prescription?
It's not prescription. It's over the counter. I have the container somewhere.
Oh, good. So I need to take that along with me, too. So after you gave her that medicine, how was she doing?
Well, she was a little grumpy, but she was okay. And I put her to bed at about 7.
7.
You checked on her later?
Checked on her about 9.
And she had the fever still, but she was sleeping?
You checked on her? You checked?
No, I checked on her. She had a fever, but she was asleep. And then when I woke up this morning,
We couldn't wake her.
Okay, let me just get this straight. At what time? So it was 9 o'clock, and then what time?
5:45 in the morning.
What did you do? Did you call 911 right away?
Yeah.
Okay.
What happens next?
Well, my staff is gonna take Cynthia downtown to my offices, and then we're gonna do a post-mortem examination down there, and we're just try and figure out exactly what happened here. Will I get the doctor to look at your head?
No, that's all right. Can we see Cynthia before you take her?
I'll come along with you.
She's got a thing for you.
What? Who?
Josie,
No, I don't think so, man. You're dreaming.
you gonna tell her you're hooked up, or you just gonna let it play out?
I'm not gonna tell her. What are you talking about?
Well, there are no secrets, you know. It'll all come out in the wash.
It's all in your head. It's where it is.
Any minute now, she's gonna come over here and start chatting you up.
As if.
I guess I should get going here, get out of your way, and leave it to you.
No, stick around. We don't mind.
Oh, thanks.
You got an interest in getting into homicide?
Uh-huh, yeah, whatever it takes.
Well, it looks like you got the stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, are you sure it's okay if I hang around a little bit longer?
Oh, yeah, it's okay by me. Yeah.
Okay, we got no prints on this, nothing usable anyway.
Any sense of the weapon check?
38, we got a slug in the passenger door. Looks like that's the slug went through the woman.
Anything on her? Name?
No purse, no wallet.
Hey, did you talk to the bar owner about who maybe Curtis was dating or what?
I asked, he didn't know.
Maybe we got a robbery. I mean, she wouldn't go on a date without any identification or a purse, something.
Maybe she's a working girl.
Well, we should get on up to the bar, talk to the manager, find out what the night was like last night for Curtis before it hit the fan.
Okay, we'll get the car to the garage. Maybe we can find something.
Yep.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, keep me posted. I'll give you my pager number. It's on my card. Here you go.
Josie.
You're Mick, right?
Yeah, Mick, right.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
Ah. Thanks.
There you go, with cream, you said, right?
Thanks.
That cigarette smells good.
You want one?
No, I just like the smell. My old boyfriend used to smoke those.
What's his name?
Doesn't matter. So, everything's good?
Yeah, pretty good. I brought something for you.
What's this?
Kamloops Tiger Cats softball champions. You were asking what I looked like before I got down here? That's me right there, first base.
It's a tough position. How old were you here?
14, 5 years ago.
You're in pretty good shape.
Yeah. I didn't like my hair like that, though. Too short, makes me look dumb.
So, do you mind me asking how you get from there to here?
Sometime I'll tell you the whole thing.
So, you been doing any thinking about the missing girls down here?
Yeah, I've been thinking, but... Oh, you know that place I'm staying down on Hastings there? There's this guy, room next to me. He's got some heavy warrants on him.
How do you know this?
Overheard him saying so.
Did you tell any other cops about this?
No, I just wanted you to know. He's too damn loud all the time. Always banging on the wall. I mean, I could see if he was living with a chick and he was hitting the wall instead of hitting her. But this guy lives alone. What the hell's he banging on the wall for?
You hungry?
You've got your appointment with the emergency doctor who was on call last night.
Oh, yeah. All right. I get my ass in gear, I guess.
Mr. Stedman called.
Stedman.
He wants you to call him back.
No, I'll do that later.
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just distracted. It's not contagious.
You look down.
Well, I'm not down.
You want to share?
Well, I just think I got a case of the blues, that's all. Maybe the job's getting me down sometimes.
I thought you loved your job. I love my job.
Sometimes I think I'm grinding it out just in the hope of something better down the road.
You're describing my life. So what's the point?
I'm just not paying attention. I'm letting the important stuff slip away.
Yeah, no, that can be. Emergency doctor's name is Carrillo. I wrote it down for you.
Okay.
And, put on your happy face.
Thank you.
Blue bird on your shoulder.
Thank you.
Let a smile be your umbrella.
Excuse me.
8 years old, found dead in her bed by her parents.
What's the history?
Oh, aches, pains, headaches, fever. She was seen by an ER doctor the evening before her death.
What'd she find at post?
Well, specifically 2 things. Spleen was slightly enlarged. It's got that oscillate color.
Not unusual in acute death.
Yeah. Take a look at this. The brain is so peppered with purpura, it's orange. I sectioned it, but the results will be God knows how long coming back in. Full tox spectrum, virus, bacteria, everything on a rush, but
Maybe we should do a smear. That'll give us something quick. If there's something there, we got the jump.
I've never seen anything that would cause hemorrhaging in the brain like this.
8 years old, hardly got a chance.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing. She just graduated grade 2.
All right, take a look at the chart yourself. Blood pressure normal, slightly elevated temperature, headaches. Those are flu symptoms. I saw a dozen cases of it last night.
Oh, so you just went right ahead and wrote it up just like another case you've been seeing all night. Is that what you did? How close did you examine her?
You have no idea what caused that little girl to die. And to accuse me of misdiagnosis is malicious, so don't.
Okay, I'm sorry, okay? It's just, I don't want to make any mistakes, so maybe this one time you can forgive me. Did you run any tests on the little girl?
Have you been in an emergency ward lately?
Well, your point would be? What?
Are you ordering an autopsy?
Yes. Explain this to me, okay? 12 hours after a little girl sees a physician, and that's you, she dies. The parents want to know a reason. They want an answer. Why?
I'd like the same answer, absolutely. Please keep me informed regarding the post-mortem results.
Oh, you're going to hear all about it. Count on that. Plus, I'm going to see all your notes and all the examinations you did last night in the ER, okay?
And for what reason would you need those? Cynthia was the only patient who died, and it wasn't on my shift.
It wasn't on your shift, doctor? What is this, shifting blame time? You're going to blame everybody but not
She
yourself?
left here under her parents' supervision. What happened after that, I had no control over.
Just want to see all your notes to make sure you did thorough examinations last night.
Fine. When I find an opportunity, you'll get them.
Now, your opportunity's right now, doctor. 10 minutes from now, it's a court order comes knocking over here, so it's your choice. What do you want to do? You call it.
I think it is your choice. No?
Yes, okay. A court order it is then.
I want to be the first to tell you, baby. Pretty baby, welcome home.
Cinco is cashing out. Geez, I guess if you're working as a bouncer, you're bound to make a few enemies around, aren't you?
Curtis was a pretty mellow guy as far as doormen go. He wouldn't go looking for a scrap, but he wouldn't run from it either.
He was with a young woman that we're trying to get an identification on. Was he dating anybody?
Not that I know about. He probably had something going on. He played the field.
About one of the dancers here.
I don't know about that.
Was he into anything that would have got him behind the 8 ball, like gambling, debts, drugs, that kind of thing?
No, Curtis was a pretty straight-ahead kid. I mean, he wanted to be a cop at one time.
Yeah? Got up to, you said?
Well, that's what his time card says. That's all I know. Excuse me, guys. Ruby,
When's my first set?
20 minutes. Thanks for coming in on short notice, huh?
No problem.
Short notice, you just kind of choked. You have a dancer bail out on you?
Oh, yeah. Probably slept in or whatever.
Was she been working last night?
Yeah. Why?
Was this her?
Yeah, that's her.
What's her name?
Lisa something. I don't know her last name. I can get it for you.
Does she have any family or friends here that you knew about?
Well, that's her roommate coming off the stage right now.
These are parasites.
Malignant tertiary malaria from Plasmodium falciparum, a.k.a. cerebral malaria.
And that's transmitted by mosquitoes or what?
And that's where it starts, as far as I know.
It seems to me the ER physician should have recognized it.
Well, it masquerades as a flu until the fever spikes, and they don't teach recognition of tropical diseases unless you specialize. So Maybe she should have, but I'm willing to bet there's more than a few who would have made the same diagnosis.
Yeah, I mean, who else is at risk here?
Anyone who traveled with her.
Hey.
I should let Dominic know.
Uh-huh.
Hey, by the way, there was a native woman who was brought in here 2 weeks ago, if you're still looking.
And you didn't perform a pose?
No need to. According to the talk screen, she died of a heroin OD. No one claims her, you're free to use her, but, you know, you're probably gonna need to get permits, talk to the tribal council, all that rigmarole.
Yeah, I can deal with it. Thank you. What's her name?
Regina King. They called her Queenie.
Regina King.
Didn't we just get an alert recently on something from ticks? Not Lyme disease, but resembles malaria?
Yeah, babesiosis, but this isn't that. This is the real deal here. Had the family been traveling anywhere?
I have no idea. But you know, here I thought that malaria was pretty much wiped out.
Can't wipe it out. Just mutates, comes back stronger. Yellow fever, TB, they're back. Some bugs never die.
All right. Well, we're not talking about something that's an immediate threat. This is not like super contagious. We're talking curiosity here.
Yeah, you're right. It's not the beginning of an epidemic.
All right, well, I'll call the Center for Disease Control.
They're gonna want you to track down the source.
I'll talk to the parents.
Let me know what you find out.
Okay. Malaria. Here we go.
You sure this is Lisa?
Yeah, it's her. She left the club with Curtis last night. I saw her get into his car.
What time would that have been when they left here?
I don't know. They closed up here around 2. We hung out here for like an hour, maybe.
Okay, so 3 a.m. You see what their plans were or anything?
Well, I thought they were gonna go back to Curtis's, but I guess they decided to cruise around.
Did Curtis have anybody that might have come after him? Enemies, drug deals like that?
He had a fight with some Vietnamese guy last night. He said the guy threatened to come back and blow him away.
Oh, yeah? Anybody hear that?
Lots of people. He threw him out because the guy kept touching one of the dancers, you know, grabbing at her.
So a lot of people saw that.
Yeah, they called the police and they arrested him, threw him in the wagon and everything.
Well, it's good they'll have a record of that. Anybody else?
No. Curtis is a sweetheart.
Did Lisa have a jealous boyfriend or fan or anybody like that that might have come after either one of them?
No. Lisa didn't generally like men. Curtis was the first guy friend she'd had in a couple of years.
Well, you and her lived together, but that was platonic, right?
Well, we used to date a long time ago, but we're just friends now.
Got any idea how we could get in touch with her family at all?
Yeah, we were just there at Christmas. She's got 3 little sisters. There are pictures on her mirror.
This is her? This is her table here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a look through here if you don't mind.
No, go ahead.
Mrs. Jorgensen. It's Dominic da Vinci. Hi, it's me. Mrs. Jorgensen, can you just come to the door? Mrs. Jorgensen, can you open the door? Hi. Yeah, it's me. I need an ambulance, 263 prior. Yep.
There he is.
Here we go.
Hey, Tran.
What's up? Just got a couple of questions.
Is your car here?
Yeah, what's going on?
Got kicked out of the number 5 Orange last night.
Yeah.
You want to tell us about it?
They don't like me, I guess.
They don't like you touching the dancers.
I didn't touch any dancers.
Remember the doorman that tossed you out, the bouncer?
Yeah?
How do you like him?
Boy kicked me in the head a couple times, so I kicked him back.
You told a couple of people you like to kill this bouncer.
If I wanted to kill him, I would have done it.
That's interesting. He was shot early this morning.
Wait a minute, there's no way that was me. A couple of your buddies took me down to the cop shop last night. How could I have done it?
Yeah, we know. We also know they processed you at the station and turned you loose at 3 o'clock this morning.
You had plenty of time.
No.
Plenty of time.
I went
Move
straight to
over
my
here.
girlfriend's house and I waited there to get my car to the impound.
So what are you coming out here for? A little bump?
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's in your car.
Hey, you just went in there without a warrant.
Yeah, I did.
Well, I guess we're making a trip down to the lockup. You know where that is?
It's your time you're wasting there.
That's all right. We got all the time in the world.
So get this. I go over there to check on Mrs. Jorgensen, and she keels over. Well, maybe you could call St. Paul's and see how she's doing.
No, they called in. She died on the gurney in emergency.
She died?
Yeah.
She died. Okay.
I'm sorry, did you know her?
No, I never met her until today. I just feel nothing. I don't know what's going on here. I just feel completely flat.
Is there anything I can do?
I don't know what it would be. Malaise.
Malaise.
Malaise is right beside malaria in the medical dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
Malaise. A feeling of discomfort, uneasiness, indisposition.
Maybe that's what you've got. So, are you gonna call over to St. Paul's about Mrs. Jorgensen?
No, I want you to call over there. You call over there and you tell them I want to do the autopsy over here and see if anybody's got a problem with that.
Okay, and if they do?
I can kiss my blue ass.
So far, Monsieur Tran's alibi's holding up. His girlfriend's backing up his story, and the impound lot has a record of him picking up his car at 8 o'clock.
Well, if that holds up, that pretty much clears him, huh? Hey, we got an appointment with Lisa's roommate. We should head out.
You know, most of these strip clubs, well, half of them anyway, are run by the bikers, so maybe they were just sending Tran a message that he was on the wrong turf, just like he said.
Hey, you want to call organized crime unit? See what's going on there? Maybe Curtis got caught on the fringes of a war or something.
Oh, Kuski here. Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. Excuse me, I just gotta make a call.
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
I just dropped by to see how it was going.
Oh, yeah? No, nothing yet. Just calling the organized crime unit. See if maybe the bikers aren't connected.
Well, I was going over it in my head, and I was thinking maybe he wasn't the target.
That she was, you mean? Yeah, we
Yeah.
thought about that.
Yeah, some of these dancers turn tricks on the side. You know, maybe it's related to that. Maybe he was trying to turn her out.
You know this dancer?
No, I know a little about the scene. You know, I patrol that circuit. You can get to know people.
Right. Well, that could be the angle.
You got time for me to buy you a coffee?
Right now? Well, we gotta go take a statement from a witness, so.
Yeah.
Take a rain check.
Rain check. Yep. And any legwork you want doing or anything, I'm ready and willing, and I'm just downstairs, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
Right. Later.
Okay.
What the hell's wrong with you?
What?
Well, you got a good-looking woman practically throwing herself at you there.
I got a woman.
You know, it's just good to have a backup, that's all I'm saying.
We gotta go talk to the stripper, Leo.
Yeah, I called the OCU.
What they have to say?
They'll get back to me. You know, calling those clowns the organized crime unit, that's a joke. I got a sock drawer better organized than those guys. When's the last time you heard about the OCU doing anything right?
Off the top of my head?
Seems to me they spend all their time trying to bust small-time dope gardeners.
Oh, there's big business in the old weed there, Leo.
Well, they got their sights set on the wrong big business. What they should be investigating is how come every gas station in the universe raises the price of gas at exactly the same minute? You gonna tell me that's not price fixing?
That's a conspiracy. There's no mystery there.
Yeah, you know what these big oil producers do? You know, they get in a room, they arrange who's gonna get what territory and how much they're gonna squeeze the consumer for.
That's like a dope deal.
It's exactly like a dope deal.
Your mother also died of malaria.
I know, I just spoke to the hospital.
Did you find out if they've been traveling anywhere?
No, they never left the country. I spoke to the father myself. So how else do you contract malaria if you don't get it from mosquito bites?
Well, the only other way is through blood transference.
Right, blood to blood.
Yeah, blood to blood through a shared needle, transfusion, or an open cut.
Well, I'm pretty sure there was no blood transfusion in her chart. And I don't think she was sharing needles, so did you find any major cuts, any evidence of anything like that?
No, but depending on when she contracted the disease, the cuts may have healed, and they wouldn't need to be major. You know, a minor scrape would be enough. We weren't looking for healed minor abrasions, so it's possible we missed one.
Okay. All right. So, you had a cut, Mommy and Daddy had a cut, or vice versa?
No, it wouldn't necessarily even have to be mom or dad. It could be someone at her daycare, a babysitter, anyone who came in contact with her.
All right. Anyway,
Was the father tested for malaria?
doesn't have it.
They had to catch it from somebody.
That's right, Doctor.
Dominic,
Hey, how you doing? What can I do for you?
I got Mr. Stebbin in my car outside. I think you better come out. He's pretty agitated. I think he had a few drinks. Sober now, but, you know, he was asking for you.
Okay, so what happened?
Well, okay. He was over at the house there where his daughter died in that fire.
Where is it?
It's right there. And he wanted in. The people who live there now wouldn't let him in, so I kicked up a ruckus.
You did?
Apparently, it's not the first time it's happened.
Are they gonna press charges?
No, not this time.
Oh, that's good.
I figured you'd want to talk to him.
Yeah, okay. Thanks a lot,
Got it, man.
Mr. Stedman? Hello? You all right?
I want my daughter's property.
What property is that, Mr. Stedman?
They still got some of the stuff over there in the apartment.
I don't know if they do. I think we got everything out of there. We did that together, remember?
But there's still some things I can't find.
Yeah?
Some books that she had that I gave her.
Well, some of that stuff got pretty severely damaged in the fire. You know, we went through everything together. You don't remember that?
And I was thinking, too, about that broken window.
Yeah.
See, I wanted to take a measurement from the bed to the window. See how far that is.
I got that measurement already. Okay, we've already been through this, sir.
But how did she get to the window if the apartment was full of smoke?
God, I don't know. We just don't know. We know that she did, though. She did.
I guess I'm making a nuisance of myself, and I guess I don't care. I can't help myself.
That's all right. You want to take a walk with me around the block?
I'm all right.
No, I need the exercise. Come on. I can use the company, too. Let's go. There you go. 1, 2. That re. Hey, let's go down by the water, you want? Be nicer. Come on. Then we'll go around right by, where the bridge is.
I didn't touch anything in her room, like you said, and I left all the phone messages on the service.
Well, that's good. We appreciate that. Thanks.
This is a really nice place you got here.
Yeah, it's a nice building. It's quiet, you know. Everyone kind of keeps to themselves.
Hey, mind if I...
Oh, go ahead.
There's a couple of questions that we got to ask you about Lisa, because we're thinking that maybe she was the target of this here homicide.
I've been thinking about it over and over, and...
Did she ever talk to you about anybody stalking her at all?
Well, we talked about that kind of stuff all the time, you know. People see you naked and intimate on stage, and all of a sudden they think you want some kind of relationship.
Anybody in particular?
Well, let me think a sec.
Was she hooking that you know of at all?
No, never. Lisa wasn't into that at all.
We need to know if there's anybody that stands out in your mind at all as a possible stalker.
Well, it's kind of hard to say, because what does a stalker look like?
Well, what about in the last week? Anybody at all stand out?
There was this one guy that was just kind of into her. You know, he used to bring her teddy bears all the time.
Oh, yeah? Who's he?
Well, he'd buy those cheap little carnival teddy bears and toss them out on stage while she was dancing. There was one time where she didn't pick it up, and another dancer did, and he got all bent out of shape, and I think he got thrown out.
Really? Who tossed him out?
I think it was Curtis, as a matter of fact.
You could recognize this guy if you saw him again.
Yeah, I think so. I think some of the bar staff might know him. He's a regular, or he was a regular. I don't know if he will be now.
Somebody told me I had a couple of malaria deaths.
Yeah, malaria.
Well, I had a guy died of malaria last month.
What?
Yeah.
You had a malaria death last month, and I'm just hearing about it now?
It wasn't a coroner's case.
Oh, it wasn't a coroner's case. Well, how were you involved in?
Well, he was in the hospital, right? And they already had a diagnosis of malaria prior to the guy dying.
Yeah.
So they wanted the autopsy to confirm the diagnosis.
And you ordered the post?
After you approved it, yeah.
No, I think if we'd done that autopsy, I'd remember it, Winston.
We didn't do the autopsy. The hospital did it.
Okay, good. So you went to the guy's house, you checked him out. What do you have to tell me about that?
Why should I go to the guy's house? It wasn't my case.
Okay, next time you got something to tell me, okay, something like that, you just make damn sure I'm paying attention. I don't need just floating by me like this. I don't need it, okay?
Are you finished?
No, I'm not finished. Okay, I want to know who the guy is. Has he got family? Is there next to kin? What?
You know what? I'm gonna go get that file. You can check
got
it
the
yourself.
file? Well, get the file. Sometime today, not the usual la-di-da time you like to put on things. Winston? Hello? Hi. Toxicology? Hi, Dominic Da Vinci from the corners. Yeah. Yeah, how you doing? Have you got the bacteriology and the toxicology on that 8-year-old that died of malaria yesterday? You promised me.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah, I don't know how this thing is spreading. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Where was this guy? Oh, yeah. No, go ahead. I'm listening. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Thanks. Do we know how we contracted malaria?
No idea.
We don't know. We don't know if it's a blood transfusion, IV use, if it's mosquito bites. Damn it, nothing. Sorry. Cynthia Jorgensen, 8 years old. That's right. I'm sure about the age. I'm sure. You know why I'm sure? Because I pronounced her dead. I don't really think that can be right, can it? You what? No, I'm going to be standing right beside the fax machine in my office because you're sending it to me right now. Oh, yeah. Okay, thanks. What? She's got heroin in her system.
And the 8-year-old?
In the 8-year-old. She's 8 years old. She dies of malaria. And now she's got heroin in her system. Okay, what you're going to do is go into the freezer, pull the child out, take her back in there, do another examination, this time checking for needle punctures.
We don't know that the heroin was injected.
You're right. We don't know about it, do we? That's why you're going to do another exam.
Okay, I'll do another exam.
Okay. And we'll get the mother down here. You're going to do her, too. Hello? Yeah. Hi, it's Dominic Da Vinci from the coroner's service. Can you put me through to the morgue?
What was your sense of the father? Did he seem like a user to you?
No.
Because he tested negative for malaria.
Hi, Dominic Da Vinci here. I need Joe Randall. Well, I really don't care where he is. I want him on the phone. Pretty please? Thank you. Oh, we'll get the father down here, see what he has to say, too. Hi, is that Joe? I thought I wasn't going to get you. Hi, it's Dominic Da Vinci.
Hey, Sergeant, you got a sec?
It's quick.
I got something from one of the girls I've been talking to.
On the missing prostitutes?
No, on something else. A guy with some warrants. He got picked up. But I was thinking maybe I could kick her a few dollars now and then.
You want to card her officially as an informant?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I want to see how good she is. What's your advice on that?
Well, develop her, definitely. But I don't want to know what I don't need to know, though, right?
Thanks for coming in.
I heard it was about the stripper Lisa.
Yeah, that's right. I understand you had a little thing for her.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? We don't know. We just heard somebody at the strip club say he had a thing for Lisa, so we don't know. You know.
Well, she has had a look to her that I liked. You know what I mean? You see a chick, you like the way she looks, kind of a physical reaction. She's your type. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she turned you on.
I like the way she looked.
You ever talk to her?
Yeah, all the time. We were friends.
No, you're friends, so you talk, you hung out.
We appreciated each other from a distance.
She liked you.
Yeah, we had a good thing going on. She'd look over at me and smile and, you know, talk to me at my table.
What kind of things would you talk about?
Well, that's personal.
Personal? What's personal?
What I said, what she said, our conversation, it was personal, you know, not to be it was between us.
Tell us about these teddy bears.
What about them?
There was an incident with the teddy bears and Lisa. Tell us about that.
Somebody tried to take it, another dancer, and she tried to rip it off, and I tried to get it back, and so, you know, there was a little incident.
Tell us about that.
I got into a fight with the dancer over the bear, and then the bouncer, he threw me out.
Then you hit him with something, right? Yeah, something hard like your beer mug, cracked him in the head, gave him stitches.
I was defending myself. I mean, he was trying to crush my throat. I couldn't breathe, so yeah, I hit him with what I had in my hand, which was the beer glass. I mean, the officer that was there can testify to that. It was self-defense.
An officer was called to the incident?
Yeah, I was going to charge him, the bouncer, with assault, but she talked me out of it. I mean, he assaulted me. He just grabbed me by my throat and lifted me up. I was, you know, passing out.
So you were going to put charges on him?
Yeah, and the bar for going after me like that, unprovoked. I mean, a guy, he buys a teddy bear for somebody, he doesn't expect to get choked and beaten.
And the officer who was there, you told her that you were going to press charges?
I had witnesses willing to come forward and everything, but she got it all quashed.
And who was that? Who was the officer?
You know, I don't remember her name right now, but that's her patrol down there. She's down there almost every night. Real good looking.
Josie Hutchins, their name?
That's it, yeah, that's it.
She knew the bouncer?
Oh, yeah. They were friends. She said they were friends. Well, and, you know, said it would ruin his career, him wanting to be a cop and everything.
Mom's an IV user.
Yeah, where?
Here, between toes.
Where? She's a regular user?
I'd say so, from the number of scars behind her knees, up in the thigh area, concealed areas, obviously trying to hide it.
Okay, so mom's a junkie. So she's got malaria by sharing a needle with an IV user is also infected with malaria? It's possible.
She's a user, you can see it.
Probable. Now, the daughter over here also got malaria, but got heroin in her system. So what's the story? The mother's shooting up the daughter?
I found a possible injection site in the child.
Great.
Hey,
Hi. How you doing?
good. What's going on?
I just want to ask you something. Hey, do you remember an incident in which you were called down to the number 5? There was a fight going on, and then the guy, he wanted to sue the bouncer in the bar.
Yeah, I remember that.
He's pretty steamed at Curtis.
Yeah, he was pretty pissed off. He thought that Curtis had attacked him for no reason.
Did he?
Well, not according to Curtis, no.
What was going on? What was the fight about?
Yeah, well, it was about this teddy bear that this guy had bought for Lisa. And Lisa had, I guess, left it on the stage when she finished her act, and this other dancer, she picked it up, she starts using it in her act, and the guy got upset, and he tried to take it from her.
Doesn't seem like anything to get that upset about.
Well, you think this guy might be good for it?
Yeah, it could be. We're thinking that way. You got some old notebooks? Maybe you could go through them if you do and see if you can remember what the guy was saying to Curtis, if he said anything threatening.
Yeah, I know he was saying all kinds of things, you know, about how he was going to hurt him. I remember that.
Oh, and the guy said also that you presented yourself as a friend of Curtis's.
Well, I'd seen him around, sure, but I was basically just trying to take the heat out of the situation. So.
Okay, good. Could you drop those notebooks off? We'd appreciate it.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Hey, maybe you could get that coffee when you bring it by, if you want, if you're still into it, or...
All right.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, already. Yes, honey. But I gotta take this other call right now, so let me get off the phone, okay? Can't we just decide that when you get down here? Okay? All right. Probably. Okay, I'll be done in time. I'm pretty 100% sure at this point, okay? Bye. I gotta go.
I got the police report on the other malaria victim the case Winston was working on.
Okay.
He was a known pedophile and an intravenous user.
Sorry, what?
He was convicted in 1983 of sexually molesting a 10-year-old girl.
And what, there's evidence that's linking him with Cynthia Jorgensen?
He was her uncle, Mrs. Jorgensen's brother.
All right, well, I guess you better get hold of Sonny downstairs there and get her to check Cynthia for signs of sexual interference.
No, I know she was using before Cynthia was born. But that was years ago. That was maybe 10 years.
We found evidence of needle use.
Yeah, old scars. She wasn't using.
I think we should look at the situation realistically.
You know, I can't begin to fathom what you think happened.
Here's my theory so far, okay? Your wife was chipping. She's using now and then. She comes into contact with somebody who is a malaria carrier, and they share a needle, right? And through some exchange of blood, she passes it on to your daughter. That's how it happens, and that's the scenario we're looking at. Now, there's only one other death in the province related to malaria. That's a gentleman by the name of Jim Teague.
Jim Teague. That's my brother-in-law.
That's your wife's brother?
Well, yeah, stepbrother, but he died a month ago of a heart condition.
Malaria. And he's an IV user. Was.
Still, they wouldn't have had any contact. I wouldn't have allowed that.
How's that?
Because he and my wife were very young. They had a rough upbringing, and they were very young when they were victims of of abuse by relatives.
Okay.
He had some convictions for child molesting, and I wouldn't have allowed my daughter anywhere near him. You know? I mean, you know how these people have a tendency... You know, the things that are done to them, they have a tendency to repeat.
Well, that's the evidence that, you know, that's in front of me, and I'm forced to consider some very unpleasant. Is there nobody, a relative, or somebody can come by? You can go there? You know what, I'm gonna hang around a little bit, I think, myself. I got kind of a clear afternoon. Maybe I'll make us a pot of coffee. If you like coffee.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, honey.
How are you?
I'm okay.
I'll be with you in 1 second.
You okay? You seem a little down.
No, not done.
It's okay to be down. Well, maybe you just okay. You're not down. You're just a little reflective or something.
Reflective? Yeah, that's me all over reflective, yeah. So it's gonna be dinner, it's gonna be a movie.
What about dinner and a movie?
Okay. Sure.
Because you haven't done that in a while.
What's that supposed to mean?
It doesn't mean anything. It's just an observation.
Yeah, but an observation. Meaning what?
Well, maybe you're a little lonely. That's what.
Lonely.
Yeah.
Not lonely. Lonely. How can I be lonely around here?
Okay. Well then. I don't know. Maybe you're feeling a little alienated.
Yeah, maybe a little alienated.